Hello, folks. It's Friday. We finally made it to the end of the work week. I hope you're having a good day. I'm Myra Ansari. We are going live to Mayor Craig Greenberg. He's holding a press conference to give some more information and to celebrate the 2024 SummerWorks season and highlight the program's partnership with the KMAC Contemporary Art Museum. And this is happening at the Art Museum located off of West Main Street. Let's jump in.
This afternoon, what is the latest? Are airplanes flying again?
Oh, sorry. I went there a little early. The mayor's getting set up. He's talking about this, some other stuff going on that we're having to deal with. So just let's stand by here for a couple of seconds and wait as we get started here. So just stand by, wait for me.
I'm sure they're on a dock.
I want to introduce myself really quick. I'm the events manager here at the museum.
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I saw you speak at the live call a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
It was really great.
Oh, thank
you. It's really great.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us in the midst of a national computer glitch. We are still here and doing things in person the old-fashioned way, which has its merits. So welcome and good morning. And thank you so much to KMAC Contemporary Art Museum for hosting us in this absolutely beautiful space. It is alive with people and art today, which is so representative of our amazing creative city. And so thank you, Michelle, and to all of your colleagues for hosting us here today. We're here to celebrate another successful SummerWorks season. This is an outstanding program that prepares young people for rewarding careers right here in our home city of Louisville. It's an important part of the work that we do to grow our economy and to make our city safer, stronger, and healthier. Today, we want to highlight some of the interns, employers, supporters, and teammates who helped make this important program possible. And this was a big year for SummerWorks. Demand for quality summer jobs was higher than it's ever been before. We had a record 3,400 youth register on our platform, more than half of whom were from our targeted zip codes in the west, southern, and central parts of our city. And over the last 4 weeks, young Louisvillians from across the city have been working in all kinds of fields, learning professional skills in science, engineering, manufacturing, construction, customer service, education, and many more key areas. And they've been working for some of our amazing employers here in town, like GE Appliances, Humana, Kentucky Kingdom, Norton Healthcare, Thornton's, and many others. In addition to helping young people connect with jobs, SummerWorks also funded 270 positions at 47 nonprofit organizations and city agencies. This included expanded partnerships with U of L through their JB Speed School of Engineering, where we had a great announcement to launch the SummerWorks season earlier this spring, and Louisville Science Pathways. Importantly, we also increased the pay for the SummerWorks interns from $12 an hour to $15 an hour this year. And one of those 47 sponsored job sites is right here at KMAC Contemporary Art Museum. KMAC started hiring SummerWorks interns in 2016 and has been a great part of our program ever since. So now I'd like to introduce their wonderful executive director, Michelle Staggs, to say a few words about the partnership and how they've been working with SummerWorks. Michelle?
Hi, welcome. We are so glad you're here at KMAC Contemporary Art Museum. If you don't know where we're located, I know everyone here in the space does. We are at 715 West Main Street on Louisville's historic Museum Row. And I think we all in this room know how essential arts and cultural institutions are for a vibrant community. And without SummerWorks, I think that most of these institutions that Craig mentioned, the 47 nonprofits, and especially the arts and cultural institutions, would struggle to meet the demands and needs that we all have during the summer. The summer is great here in Louisville. We are bustling as a museum with all sorts of families coming through the cultural paths and other opportunities. And it is really essential to have enough hands-on activities and people to help with these interactive art experiences. SummerWorks has allowed us to have 3 amazing interns this summer, and we're grateful for that. I don't want to steal the show and talk about my colleague Jasmine, who's here with us, who started as a SummerWorks employee back how many years ago?
2017.
In 2017, and is now a full-time employee and fabulous. But it really is an amazing experience for both us and for us to bring in students and youth from all around our community to potentially experience an art museum for the first time, and then really to have some really interesting hands-on experiences. I invite all of you to come back to the museum at any point in time, but especially during our Family Fun Days, which you can find out about on our website, kmacmuseum.org. And our next one, I believe, is August the 17th. It's on Family Fun Days. We are a free admission museum. We have educational experiences for families to enjoy together, hands-on art making, and all sorts of other activities. So please come back. And I can't thank the funding community enough and the city enough for offering this program to us and allowing us to continue to provide some essential art education and creativity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. One of the things, as Michelle talked about, that's so special about the SummerWorks program is that there are opportunities beyond just the summer for some of these interns. And as Michelle mentioned, our next speaker is Jasmine Groves. Jasmine was a SummerWorks intern for 2 summers, as she mentioned, while she was in high school. Then after her college education, she came back home and came back to KMAC. She's now a staff member in the Visitor Services and Communications area. So Jasmine, would you please come and join us to share a few words about your SummerWorks experience?
Hello, yes, as Mayor Greenberg said, my name is Jasmine Groves. I handle Visitor Services and Communications here at the museum. My first introduction to KMAC was when I was a student at DuPont Manual. Our textiles teacher, Ms. Alford, let us know about KMAC Couture if we wanted to submit our wearable art pieces. And we later took a field trip, I think in 2016, right before we renovated, to KMAC, and I really enjoyed what I saw. And I believe when I came here, the director of education at the time, Ms. Ramona Lindsay, introduced me to SummerWorks and encouraged me to apply. So I came back in 2017 as a SummerWorks employee, working under Ms. Joanna Miller, helping with the summer camps there, and I really enjoyed it. And I wanted to talk about 3 things that I learned while I was with SummerWorks here at KMAC Museum. I learned how important it is to teach kids about art very early on. Working with these summer camp kids, I learned how dedicated they were to see their projects towards the end, and that's definitely a skill that they can carry on into their adult life. I learned how excited they were to tell stories throughout their art, and I had a great time seeing how they were finding art everywhere, or if they didn't see it everywhere, they could find the tools to find art everywhere. The second thing I learned was the inner workings of the museum. I had been to many art museums before working with SummerWorks, and I enjoyed them, but I had no clue how they worked. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to work here and see what kind of departments are necessary to keep the museum running. The curatorial department, the visitor services team, the development team are all necessary to keep this museum running. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity to see that back when I worked at SummerWorks and here now. And the third thing I learned was how important career readiness is in general, as well as how important and how serious the job coaches with SummerWorks took career readiness. I had 2 different job coaches during 2017 and 2018. We met once a week, every week, and they were so sure to make sure that I understood all the ins and outs of resumes, of cover letters, of professional attire, conflict resolution. And even if I didn't go into museums after I left SummerWorks, those were definitely things I could have taken into whatever career I went into. But working at KMAC was really the foundation for the rest of my jobs. After I left SummerWorks, I worked at the Evansville Museum of Art, History, and Science in Indiana. And then I worked at the Museum and Galleries on Murray State's campus after I finished my 2 years there. But working at KMAC was really important to me. So in 2022, I saw online that they were hiring for a visitor services person. I applied, and right after I applied, I got an email from Joanna Miller, who went from being the museum educator to the museum director, or the education director, to see if she wanted to catch up, because it had been 4 years since we had seen each other. So after our interview, we caught up, and it was so wonderful to see that she had grown. And I knew that because she had grown and she was my supervisor at SummerWorks, that growth was possible for me as well. So I am extremely grateful for SummerWorks. I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn and grow. I wish the SummerWorks class of 2024, as you would say it, all the best as they learn and grow as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. That's a great story. It's great to hear about how SummerWorks opens up opportunities, provides with experiences beyond just a traditional job. And also, you don't even realize that you did this, but in your first of 3 items that you were talking about the importance of art and the importance of storytellers to a city like Louisville, you teed up an exciting announcement that we're making this afternoon at 3 o'clock that we hope everybody tunes in for this afternoon. Great new news that just along those same lines about the importance of art and storytelling here in Louisville. So stay tuned for that. So thank you so much for sharing that. And next, as Jasmine mentioned, one of her colleagues this year at KMAC is another SummerWorks, part of the SummerWorks program this year. And Samantha Vega is just graduated from the state champion PRP Panthers, where I had the wonder of visiting her alma mater earlier this week to celebrate their baseball state championship. She's headed off to Jasmine's alma mater, Murray State, to continue her education. We're so thrilled that you're part of SummerWorks program with us this year, Samantha. So please join us to share a few words about your experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Vega.
Hi, my name is Samantha Vega. As the mayor said, I'm going to be going to Murray State. I'm going to be studying graphic design. But currently I work at KMAC through SummerWorks. And funny story is that I did not know about SummerWorks until last year when 2 friends were trying to get a job for SummerWorks. And I was like, what's SummerWorks? And they're like, oh, it's like a little program that helps young teenagers get a job during the summer. I was like, how cool. Let me sign up and let me look for a job there. And coincidentally enough, one of my friends was also trying to sign up for a job at KMAC. And that's when I also heard of KMAC at that very moment. So I was like, hey, I've never worked a job in my life. Let me work at a museum. So that's when I signed up for I applied for KMAC, and I was really hopeful. Like I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Hopefully everything goes well. And I had an interview with Joanne, and later on I heard from her that I was hired and was expected to work summer of 2023, and I was really excited. And I loved working here my first time. That's my first job. It was amazing. I would have worked again, and I did this summer, where I came back as a camp assistant. And the camps here are really fun. I personally, if I had children in the future, not now, of course, if I ever had children, I would definitely sign them up for the camps here. They explore their creative instincts. It's just so amazing to see how creative children are, and they can be. For example, we have a teenage camp, which worked on the mural that's right behind me. It's amazing. They did such an amazing job. The teacher worked with them perfectly. It was so amazing to see them flourish and be able to do this. And I hope that everybody just knows that they have a place as an artist to do the work they can, because art is really important. And I love that Louisville is a place where artists can grow, because I myself am an artist, as why I'm going to be a graphic designer at Murray State.
Thank you so much, Samantha. So it's great to hear from some folks with firsthand experience, and I also want to give a shout out to some of the organizations and people that help make these experiences for young people like Jasmine and Samantha possible. This SummerWorks program would not be what it is without broad support from across our community. First, there's Metro Council. They approved the largest portion of funding for SummerWorks from the budgets that I propose to them. So I want to thank all of my colleagues on Metro Council for their continued support year after year for the amazing SummerWorks program. This program has also benefited greatly through the private funding of foundations and individual donors, some of whom are represented here today. With us here today, representing the James Graham Brown Foundation, Mason Rummel. Thank you so much, Mason, to you and all of your colleagues. Jeff Polson is here representing the Jewish Heritage Fund for Excellence. Jeff, to you and all of your colleagues, thank you so much for your foundation support. Also to the Ginkgo Foundation, and also to Paul and Vicki Diaz, who have been supporting this program for what, Michael, well over a decade, and have been just absolutely amazing supporters of this program and the growth of this program. And also right there with the Diaz's, Mary Gwynn Wheeler and David Jones Jr. Thank you so much to all of our funders. And we also have a great partner from the corporate community as well. JP Morgan Chase has been a major contributor to SummerWorks for more than a decade, and we are tremendously grateful for all of their commitment to SummerWorks program and for everything else that JP Morgan Chase does as part of the corporate and civic community here in Louisville. So now I'd like to introduce Chris Reyes from JP Morgan Chase to say a few words about why JP Morgan Chase invests in a program like SummerWorks and the things that they do to support our city. Chris?
Thank you, Mayor Greenberg. On behalf of all of us at JP Morgan Chase, it's an honor to be a part of this important initiative and to help prepare our young people for the career fields of the future. So my name is Chris Reyes. I am the regional director for the Consumer Bank here in Kentucky, Indiana, and West Virginia. I am a resident of Louisville and very proud of that also. But this program is very personal to me because I've been with the firm 23 years. And the reason why I'm here today is because of an internship that was offered to me during high school. I was 16 years old. It gave me the experience to be a part of a firm like JP Morgan Chase. And 23 years, I'm here today. And along the way, I've met great people, great mentors that have helped me have great success that I have today. I'm proud to say that JP Morgan Chase has supported Louisville's SummerWorks for the past decade, reaching thousands of young adults and investing more than $1 million in this work. We do this because we know that a prosperous and inclusive job market is the foundation of a strong economy. While there isn't a silver bullet to get us there, summer youth employment opportunities are a critical part of the solution. And so not only do they help young people develop and master important skills, explore opportunities, and earn credentials, but for many, a first job can help set a pathway to a career in motion. And so this is especially true for our most vulnerable populations. In 2023, JP Morgan Chase identified a national crisis in summer youth employment and made an investment to increase the number of available summer jobs. And so since then, we've helped young adults in more than 20 US cities benefit from learning and working experiences. As part of the firm's Global Career Readiness Initiative, we relaunched the Summer Youth Program in 2022 with a $20 million 5-year commitment targeting cities like Louisville. And so this brings us here today. We know our work alone isn't enough. It takes collaborative effort to truly move the needle and to make an impact. And so it will take government leaders like Mayor Greenberg, community partners like Kentuckiana Works, and institutions like U of L to make a difference. And so together we can use our collective resources to help bridge the gap to ensure Louisville youth is prepared for the future because they are our future. And so thank you to all of our partners for their work and for their leadership in this space. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. The data tell us that a quality job experience, summer job experience, can make a lasting difference in someone's life. No matter, and no one knows that better than our SummerWorks team who's with us here today. And there are two primary organizations behind SummerWorks. The first is our Regional Workforce Board, Kentuckiana Works. They helped establish the program and have been guiding it ever since. I want to give a special thanks to Michael Gritton and Chris Locke from Kentuckiana Works for their leadership of this program and everything else that they are doing. Kentuckiana Works is such an important part of driving our workforce development across the city, and helping whether it's young people or people of any age who are looking to attain more skills and get new experience in life, have more opportunities to pursue their hopes and dreams, and even help them figure out what their hopes and dreams might be. Kentuckiana Works is a key player. So Michael, Chris, thank you all for everything you and your team do. And the other key organization behind SummerWorks is Youth Build Louisville, which has been operating SummerWorks since 2016. Youth Build is out there recruiting young people and working with them to make sure that their summer job is an incredible success. And they do so much else throughout the year, but this is one of the key ways that Youth Build is helping us help young people across their community, give them opportunities, give them experiences that they might ever be able to have, help them live safer, stronger, and healthier lives. So I'd like to introduce the amazing leader of Youth Build Louisville, their president and CEO, Lynn Reppy.
Well, good morning. And that was an awesome story, Jasmine. Thank you so much. I was going to tell one, but you told it. So it was a different story. Another one was in architecture, but it's happening all over the community where young people are connecting to their pathway during the summer and their career pathway, and they're really moving it forward. But I'd like to thank this morning Kentuckiana Works for having faith in us. I'd really like to thank the young people themselves for all the accomplishments that they've made this summer through their program and their work. There's strong evidence that when young people are involved in summer work programs, they perform better in school. They're less likely to be engaged in activities that we don't want them to be engaged in, and they gain valuable personal confidence that helps them launch successfully into adulthood. I'd like to take an opportunity too to thank our staff because I've never thanked them enough, and I'm going to do it. So, Steve, will you raise your hand? Steve has managed the team this last year. Steve James, also Randy Mikesel went out and got all these little bad boys connected to us this summer. KJ Abrams connected our sponsored sites. Amy Doctor connected our private employers. And John Colopy kept us all sane by keeping our data together. We also had 11, yes, thank you. We had 11 summer job coaches who also supported our young people, and you already heard that the support that they receive is critically important on some of their first jobs. They are not sure of all the pieces and parts that go into work. So summer job coaches are there to try to help them understand that. A couple of other things I just wanted to touch on, that of those 3,400 kids that signed up, they filled out applications for 5,300 jobs across this community. So they're using our EARNS platform that was developed through Kentuckiana Works to make sure that they're moving it forward. They get on, they learn some skills on the platform, but they also then move themselves forward into employment. And that's a scary process. But part of our job is to make sure that we walk through that with them. And it's really, this year is a great number of job applications that went out. So we will never know how many young people really were benefited by the EARNS platform and the work that we've done with them. So the other few examples that I wanted to mention that I think are really important that the work kids have done this year. They work directly with tradespeople in this community to make sure that we are building a workforce around trades. Last week, the team that's working through SummerWorks painted an entire community center that's going to be opening up in Smoketown. So they went through this 3,000 square foot building and did all the painting on that building. So, we had special trainers in to teach them to paint, but just the thought that they could leave there with that skill is really exciting. Also, logistics through UPS, we're super excited about that. They grew local food that they got out into the community to families that really needed that food. So when you think about all the things that really matter and the work that these kids did, it's super important to this community. Lastly, I just want to thank the mayor and our funders for keeping your eye on the prize. These young people are the prize, that's for sure. And I appreciate everything that we've been able to help do during the summer. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much again to Lynn. Thanks to the entire SummerWorks team for everything that you do. And thanks to everyone who has helped make this a successful summer season once again for SummerWorks. If there's anyone who is listening, hearing about this, that wants to get involved in any way, as a participant, as the parent of a potential participant, as an employer, or as a supporter, please go online and visit summerworks.org to learn more about the program and get connected with any of the people that you heard from today to get involved to help make SummerWorks 2025 another strong, successful year for this wonderful program. Thank you all very much, and I think anyone who spoke today is happy to answer any questions from the media if you all have any. All right, thank you all so much.